need a first class ticket, catch the one that I crazy.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's 1-800. I went to a Preds game last night, and a National Predators hockey game against Washington Capitals. It was amazing. I will say that. I'm gonna put a clip at the end so you can see. But no one got a score until the last 4 minutes. Ovechkin on the Capitals got the first first score. And about 20 seconds later, 10 seconds later, Preds got one. 20 seconds later, Preds got one. Not even 5 seconds later, Preds got one. It was amazing. And it is too hard to explain. It was so just, it's like one of those gifted, you can't just do it when you first learn how to do it. I mean, it's amazing. You can't, that's a one in a lifetime chance. And I'm just gonna show you the video, and I'm gonna talk about my next video. I'm just gonna tell you, talk about how MW3 is basically the game Modern Warfare 3. And rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you.
At this point, like with the defense, how close was this to sort of a regular season approach for you, like in terms of Shea and Ryan's minutes?
Yeah, well, what we're trying to do is, we're trying to accomplish two things. We're trying to just sort out the final pieces, and we're trying to get our core guys ready to play. I mean, one of the things that I've learned over the years is I ask the top players how they get ready, and I had an opportunity at the All-Star game 2 years ago. Not the All-Star game, at the banquet in Vegas, and talked to Nick Lidstrom, and I said, why do you play all those games at the end? Don't you want to rest before the season? And he said, no, I actually want to get prepared for the season, because usually in training camp you're playing 15, 20 minutes a night, and then all of a sudden you're playing 27, 30, and you're not prepared to do that. You think you are and you're resting, but it's really not conditioning you to do those minutes. So what we've been trying to do is just ramp everybody, especially the core players, ramp their minutes up a little bit, to play a little bit more, and we've got a back-to-back coming up here, so a lot of those core players are going to play both games, because we start the season with back-to-back, so it's just preparing for the season. So what we're trying, that's the purpose of our core players, and then obviously with the others, there's still some battles that are pretty close, and I was saying to the group this morning, the media this morning, that we have a lot of players that are playing quite well in the mix, and it might be as simple as just taking the 12 forwards that we think we can start with, and getting through the first part of the first few weeks, and then let it reassort. We're missing a Mike Fisher at the middle. We're missing Frankie Boyd maybe on the back end, and he's starting to skate here. So do we play Smith, and a guy like Craig Smith, we tried him at the wing, we tried him at center. We're trying different things, we're trying different combinations, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. So that's sort of what we've been doing.
What was your take on Smith tonight in between you writing?
He was fine. I mean, I think what you're finding is that games are ramping up, and he was playing against Nicholas Backstrom, who's a pretty darn good player in this league. So that was a good test, and they did that on purpose. So he did okay. I mean, what he finds, I think, when he's comfortable and confident, he just plays, and he's got a lot of ability to do a lot of different things. So I was fine with him in the middle.
You mentioned Suter and Weber, but what about some of those other defensemen vying for spots, guys like Hillen, Laxo?
Each night it's a different guy. There's different guys. To me, I've got my four. I've got my four guys. I got Suter, Weber, Blum, and Klein. After that, they're still, sort of trying to sort it out a bit. And I thought today Hillen had a really good game on the back end. He's got some veteran presence. But he was really good back there. Ekholm was fine. He had the one stumble, I think, on the first ball. He had sort of his legs crossed up. But other than that, they've been pretty good.
You, just preseason, I know, but winning games consistently, can that have some carryover?
It can have a positive effect. I mean, I know, once the season starts, it'll be a total different ball game, and winning the preseason games doesn't matter a whole lot. But I've been on the other end where we didn't win a preseason game, or we had a real tough time winning. I think we were like 1-5 or something like that. You go into the season with a little doubt. Winning breeds winning. If you're used to winning, you want it all the time. And so I know the games don't mean anything, and we just say every time we step on the ice, we want to play for keeps. We want to win the game. So we don't want any passengers. So that's part of our culture.
A lot of special teams tonight. Does that kind of help you?
There's a lot. There was a lot of special teams. It did help. It did help because, as you saw, that there was a plethora of power play units that went out, different combinations and that, and we're just trying different people in different situations, and we're really at a limited foundation of our power play. So we're just from a standpoint, we're looking for who's going to be our best half wall guy, in certain situations. Last year, Sergei was really good on the half wall. One thing he didn't do, everybody in the league knew he wasn't going to shoot the puck, and that hurt our power play. So he's got to, he's got to learn to shoot the puck. If he's not going to do that, then we'll find another spot for him. And I know he wants to be in the power play, so and he's a good player, and he will be on the power play. But I think getting an understanding and a competition for that time will serve us well.
Smith and Wilson are the same age, and they've kind of taken two routes to get to where they are tonight. Both had good games. Can you kind of compare their games?
Well, both of them they both had good games. I mean, Smith is they're almost polar opposites. Smith he's pure speed, and he's got a real good skill level. Willie's he's got deceptive speed. He's not as smooth and polished in terms of the skating, but Willie is a powerful man who can do a lot of different things. He's got a lot of deception to his game, and he's got those real quick hands. Both of them do, and they're just they both have matured, and they're with Smith at Wisconsin and Willie with us as a young player. So if you look at your couple guys that are creating some of those good offensive chances, they're our youngest players. So that bodes well for us.
Even though the games don't count, still being able to see a guy like Wilson continue to score in brute force, it's got to help their confidence kind of going towards the regular season. Yeah,
I think so. I think they're all vying for those minutes and time, and they're making it real tough for us. So I'm happy with a lot of guys. I mean, like today, you look at we got the first goal. Wilson jumped on a loose puck, him and leg one, and he had a chance to bury it, and he did. Another great play, I thought Toots on the second goal, right after he scored, that had an opportunity to grab some momentum, and thought a real great play by Toots, hanging on, good poise, made a great play over to Halley. That was real key. Then I thought in the third period when we took some penalties, we had some big blocks. Guys like Gabriel Bork, who I'm very happy with. Every time he's on the ice, something happens. He creates a loose puck, he creates some havoc, he gets a chance, stays, he's just relentless on you. He's making big time waves for me anyways with our team, and it's not going to be long if he doesn't stay with us at the start. It won't be long for his back, because he's a good player, and the way he's played, he deserves to stay.
On Wilson's shift before the goal, is that the kind of things that you're looking from him, the defensive play and then going to the other end and scoring?
Sorry.
Wilson, his goal, his shift, the defensive play and then going to the other end. I mean, is that the stuff you're looking for from him?
Yeah, I think with Willie, he's such a good player in areas, and when he falls off, there's a big drop off. when he loses his detail, he loses a little bit of his concentration, there's a big drop off. So the trick was really is that, you know, when he's a good player, when he's not playing well, or he's falling off, he doesn't have such a big drop off, and that's what we really want him to be, in that consistent, good pro type of situation where he can actually manage the game when things aren't going his way, or he's not on top of his game. So
I know over the summer that he had kind of a mental coach or something that he worked with, and can you see the results of that? I mean, it looks more consistent.
It's more of the focus, you know, that's part of the mental training. One of the things that, you know, we talk about a training camp from almost day one, is that, you know, all summer you spend most of your summer training your body to be fit and fast and strong, and you actually, your mind is relaxed, and you don't really get to train it. So even in our practices, you know, staying detailed, and we really pushed them hard this year. That was part of the mental training. You know, when you're a little bit tired, how do you battle through that? How do you manage your surroundings? That's some of the things that we try to accomplish during training camp.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.